from Tripoli in a boat. Some hulking, rusted mess, 40 years old, crossing back and forth. They crowded us on, packed in. You couldn't turn around. We stood on the edge and heard the seagulls and the lifting of the waves. We bucked and bucked and bucked. And then the engine gave out somewhere in the middle. You could feel it. The whole ship shook. And the noise of the engine vanished, and it was silent on the water. People said nothing. We kept listening for the engine, but we couldn't hear it. All we could hear were the waves slapping against the side of the boat, and the seagulls. The men running the boat sent out a distress call. We stood. What else could we do? There were hundreds of us on a ship meant for 50. What do you do? With each minute you know what's going to happen. You may die here. The longer this takes, the more of us will die. We looked around at each other. Who are the strongest swimmers? What do we do with the babies? We kept looking out at the water. There were babies crying, women trying to stand, the breeze coming off the water, the sun on our heads, seagulls circling. There was nothing out there. Just a flat line of horizon. How long would we float? How long before we sank? Of course we knew there was risk. We knew people before us who would die. Most people made it across. Why not us? I don't know how long the boat drifted. I kept trying to fix the engine, but it wouldn't start. A lot of us had never been out in the ocean before. Every direction you looked, water. The whole world was water. We were a tiny point on a huge planet. We were tiny people about to die, and no one would know. The sun was going down when we saw the rescue ship. We must have been there 10 hours, maybe. People started shouting. They started moving towards the side of our little boat. Pushing! There were too many people pushing! Someone was shouting that we were going to capsize. You couldn't stop them. There was nothing to hold on to except for other people, and they were falling too. Then you felt the whole ground beneath you drop, and the water rush over your feet and up over your knees, and then I was in the water. My mother next to me, my brothers. People were trying to hold on to anything. A man grabbed me and pushed me under the water to keep himself afloat. I could feel the legs around me in the water, kicking me and pushing off of me. I don't know how I got my head up. The water stung my eyes. Then I felt someone's hands grab me and pull me out of the sea. There were lights all over the water now. The men on the rescue ship were throwing out life preservers. There was a moment when I didn't know if my family was alive or dead. When I thought I was alone in the world now. They had all been near me when we went into the water. There were still so many people in the sea. They were alive. My mother found me. She saw me go under the water, but she didn't want to come out until she found me, but they pulled her out anyway.
How does the story end? Play? How do we finish it? In the play, men burned down Troy. And? Women go. I have another idea.
Set fire to the city! Let your men burn it to the ground! Nothing of Troy will remain!
The whole town is burning. The city is vanishing. They are driving us like cattle, taking us away from our homes. Troy will be forgotten. Our story is ended.
No!
Othello. I sing of Laura. I sing of Raka. I sing of Kabul. I sing of Mitagori. I sing of Yola. Lift up your head and say